Hello, everyone. How are you all today? I'm Molly, the Director of Programming, and I'm your host for today. But we're going to get started with our October community meeting. So first up, we will have Kevin.
Hello, everyone. Well, as you're all probably aware, I'm covering for both maintenance and housekeeping currently. However, we do have good news. On the first, we will be getting a new director of plant operations, so that I won't have all the stress on me all the time. That's nice. As far as the pool, we just had our inspection that we have passed. I'm just waiting on the license or whatever it is I need to post in there. But we took care of that yesterday. But I don't really have much to report on that front. I've just got a lot of work to do. So do I have any questions is the main thing. We have to get back.
Elevators.
Okay.
Elevators have long past their inspection points. What's with that?
Actually, they have been in, they just haven't updated the inspection report, and we did not pass as far as when he came, we had a couple of things we needed to do, and then he had to come back and re-inspect to give us the official certificate. Any other questions?
Could you repeat what you, with
He
the
asked-
mask on? I
He asked about the elevators, okay? And he wanted to know about the inspection and whether or not we've passed. So they come out and they do an inspection and give you a list of things that you need to fix. And then they schedule to come out again to make sure that all of the stuff that they notated has been repaired. And then they go back and they issue new
And
certificates.
Norm,
What's the question about Norm?
he's not had another facility or other assignments or?
I thought he was on vacation.
He'll be here tomorrow.
Oh.
Yeah, he'll be here tomorrow, yes. Any other questions for me? Maintenance, housekeeping questions? No? All right, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Have a great day, all.
And I'm on it. Call me if you need me.
Good morning, everyone. As most of you probably know, I'm Damir Dibra, I'm the dining room manager. I'll give you a few updates. Antonio is off today, so he couldn't be here. The main focus, as we spoke on the last meeting as well, is hiring. We do have some activity there. We have 4 people waiting for drug screen. One is scheduled to start on Friday. So knock on wood, we will, hopefully be in a little bit better shape with staffing. I do appreciate all your patience and for this time being downstairs and your understanding. We are, I just want you to know that we are doing our best. It's very challenging, but we are here. The staff is here. Everybody's picking up extra days, extra shifts. So I just want you to know that we really, we doing our best, so you guys don't feel any discrepancy there. I will take few questions, but only few, as to respect to other directors that they're gonna come and talk, and then you can always come and see me downstairs, Tuesday to Saturday. Any questions that I may take? Luana?
How is the food supply going? Like milk and, I know there's, you're inventing things with the stuff you have. I'm not inventing it, you're doing a good job with the stuff you have, but how is the milk, supply coming in?
So Luana has a question about supply, as that being challenging as well lately with everyone, and about the milk supply. So we do use, our main vendor is Cisco. That's where we're getting stuff from them. Mainly it's 3 times per week deliveries. Now, we do have a few alternate suppliers that we use also sometimes because they've been running out of stuff a lot of times, the Cisco lately. So we do Antonio work, and we got a kind of like few more extra suppliers that corporate kind of signed off and said, okay, it's okay for you to use these guys as well. So we kind of combining. We're still ordering mostly from Cisco, but every time when they out of something or they don't have something, we do automatically switch to some other suppliers. That way we try to keep everything here and have everything for you guys. Any other questions, concerns? Okay, well, thank you so much for your time, and, I'll see you guys downstairs.
Thank you. You guys do a great job.
Hi, everyone. I'm Kristen, Director of Sales and Marketing. My announcement is that Eric is going to move into this open sales position. So Eric Ike has been our move-in coordinator for, I guess, about a year. And now he will move into a sales position. So the position that I'm working to fill, or that we're working to fill, of course, now is the move-in coordinator, who, as we know, Eric's been helpful in so much more than that, but, and he'll continue to do so, but he'll have to also focus on meeting new wonderful people like yourselves and helping them find a beautiful apartment here. And speaking of new wonderful people like yourselves, there are many, many new people starting to move in. In October, I think it's 12 new people. In the months that I've been talking to you about this, it's really been anywhere from 5, 6, or 7 new people. So I think there are a lot of people who have found this a good time to sell their condo or their home, or also to move into a lovely community and be around people like you to have the companionship and social opportunities before winter sets in. Does anybody have any question for me? All right, thank you all for your happy faces while we're on these many, many tours. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Christina, Director of Residential Services and Hospitality. I just have a couple things coming up. The next COVID vaccine clinic will be November 16th. I'm waiting for a firm confirmation, but that's the date that we've scheduled. I have to just get a confirmation back from the lab. So that's gonna be the date of our next COVID vaccine clinic.
November what?
16th, it's a Tuesday. If anything changes, I'll definitely let you know right away. I got a penciled in confirmation, so I'm just waiting to get the final okay for that. I think that's all I really had. Do you have, anybody have questions?
You're doing a great job.
Can you take the mask down? I'm up front and I can't even hear you.
It's hard to hear with the mask for sure. So the vaccine clinic for the next COVID vaccine clinic will be November 16th. Sam?
Do I have to get another shot again? I had it back in March 1st and February 1st.
If you only have received 2 COVID shots, you'll need a booster. If your doctor,
I had a booster.
okay, so if you had your booster a couple weeks ago, you don't need another one. This is just for those that didn't get the third or the
Okay, very
booster
good,
shot.
Very good.
It will, the booster shot, yes, for the booster shot clinic, they will have Moderna, and then anyone who didn't get a Pfizer the last time will be eligible to get the Pfizer.
So I'm okay.
You're good, Sam. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
I'm back. So I know every day's been quick, but I can talk and talk. So I have a lot to say. So the first thing I would love to say is about the meeting and voting of the board that you all had last night. I'm here to announce the newly elected board and congratulate all of them. If you got elected and you're here, maybe if you just want to raise your hands and give a little wave. But so we had Lynn Bernstein right up front here, Eleanor Gramson, I don't know if she's here right now, but Mary Ellen Deans, Mary Ellen Estes, Clarice Hearn, Ann Johnson, Phyllis Long, Tom McCaskey, I saw Tom over there, Laurel Muhammad right over here, Barbara Rutherford in the back on this side, Hannah Shanling right up front here, and Richard Whitaker in the back of the showroom here. So thank you to all of you, congratulations. All of these residents that have been on the board and are currently on the board, joining the board, they all work very hard for our community. and help keep the communication between residents and staff members going. So very much appreciative of all the work that you all do. So thank you. One more time. Okay, so now for programming announcements. So I got a list. Here we go. In November, there are going to be 2 weeks in November, the week of November 8th and the week of November 15th, where we will be having an alternate bus transportation schedule. So for those 2 weeks in November, we will not have our regular Monday to Friday transportation schedule. Sterling will be on a much-earned vacation, and we will have our bus driver, Jim, who's our part-time bus driver. He will come in that Friday and Saturday of that week, both weeks, Friday, Saturday, and drive 2 kind of long days to cover as many trips as we can. We'll be focusing on grocery trips, and if anybody needs help scheduling transportation to medical trips and doctor's appointments where you go, say, every Tuesday to Weiss or Thursday to Northwestern, let me know and I can try to help schedule TAP or PACE, call taxis for you, etc. But again, those 2 weeks we won't have our normal bus schedule. I'm going to have a memo going out that'll have the schedule for those 2 weeks in both weeks. So that's number 1. Number 2, I just wanted to let you all know, we talked about it before, that as of November 1st, which is on Monday, any of our vendors that come into the building, religious leaders, they will all be vaccinated. Most of them were already vaccinated, but we are just now, as of November 1st, they will be the only building to lead programs. And so that's a very good thing, help keep our community safe. Okay, next up, this week is Spirit Week. I'm wearing a hat today for Hat Day. But tomorrow we're having our costume day and our Halloween party tomorrow night. So dress up if you feel like it, come join us. Thursday is tie-dye day and Friday is sports day. So if you're feeling a little spirited, join in the fun. Also a part of that fun, today in the dining room going all week, we have our staff decorated pumpkins. If you all want to go down and vote on your favorite pumpkin, staff worked very hard on them, so have a little fun. And then our upcoming trips in November, since Sterling is off for those couple weeks, it is a little bit different, but we do already have our tickets for a musical the first week in November, November 3rd for The World Goes Round. The 17th, we're going back to the opera to see The Magic Flute. And then that 24th, that day before Thanksgiving, Sterling is going to be doing 2 scenic drives. So resurrecting our old trips from a couple years ago, he's doing 2 scenic drives around Chicago. Other fun things we have coming up in November 10th, we're bringing back last year's favorite of Pie Bingo, where you play bingo, you win a whole big pie. So, opportunity, especially if you like pie. And then on November 23rd, which is a Tuesday before Thanksgiving, we are going to have our turkey trot outside, hoping for no rain this year, followed by a pie social. So whether you walk or not in the turkey trot, you are welcome to join, and they'll have it in the dining room. Couple different types of pie, and just be able to socialize with your neighbors. And you won't eat enough pie on Thanksgiving, so eat some the couple days before. Okay, the last thing I want to say is I know the masks have been frustrating and we all wish we could take them off, but I'm asking everybody to please, please, please keep them on when you're at movies, when you're in the game room, at any programs. I know they're very frustrating, but it's what we can do to all keep each other safe. I know we're all vaccinated, but it's still the guidelines we're going by is to wear a mask and all. I said a lot, so does anybody have questions about all of that? Sam?
Magic Flute, how much are the tickets?
He asked how much are the tickets for the Magic Flute. I believe the tickets are $85.
Of course.
When we went to the first opera this year, they gave us a big discount because we hadn't been in a while because of the pandemic.
The discount for the didn't hear the first.
The first one, I think the tickets were 72, and now the average price will be about 85 to go to the opera.
They're on the main floor.
They are, yes. The tickets are on the main floor is what,
First
yes.
one was what, Macbeth?
Yes, yeah, and I can tell you more about that later if you like. Okay, any other questions about programming, changes in transportation? Barbara, yeah,
So I have one more request
yes,
of you,
okay,
one more time. On the sheets that come out, there are 3, and I think I talked to you about the fact that Judith Fuller has been putting a poem on one of the back of, I think it's a movie sheet. I still think that's a missed opportunity for promoting some of the changes or giving special attention to some of the transportation kinds of things. And I'm not sure if you're aware that there's something called The Voice, where it's our creative communication newsletter or magazine or something that comes out about 3 times a year. And it would be the more appropriate to put the poems that Judith puts on the back of that movie sheet in the creative communication.
so Barbara,
So it's just an idea.
so Barbara,
It's a missed opportunity, I think, to promote the transportation schedule as well as some of the changes and the highlights of the week.
So-
Programming.
okay, what Barbara had said was that she thinks it's a missed opportunity instead of having the poems on the back of the movie sheet, that she would recommend putting transportation on the back of the movie sheet.
No.
And that is something I can think about, that transportation schedules are always available in the mailroom. And so if you need one, the front desk can also give you one, but I'll think it over. Okay, next up I think was Louise.
I'm requesting a shopping trip that we used to have, about 3-4 years ago. That is on Belmont and Halsted, Marshalls, DSW and Michaels are in that one big building. And it was suddenly stopped because somebody on the outside complained about our bus stopping there to pick up people.
Okay,
It's a very good place to shop.
okay, so Louise had said that a trip she would like brought back is to Marshalls and DSW, a little shopping center on, what was it, Halsted and Belmont?
It's not a center, it's just a big building that holds those 3 shops.
Okay, oh, I know exactly what you're talking about, okay, yes. So that is a trip that I can see when we can factor it back in. Mr. Whitaker?
Why aren't we getting the local newspaper anymore?
He asked, why aren't we getting the local newspaper anymore? I don't have an answer to that. I was never the subscriber to the local newspaper, so I can check on that for you.
They stopped it because of COVID.
Do you know who they is?
Eleanor, I'm guessing, from the library.
Maybe the library? Okay, I can check with Eleanor and see what's going on with that then.
Referring to the newspaper that's around the post office room,
The newspaper, okay.
the mail room.
Okay, so he's saying that there used to be newspapers in the mailroom. I can check on that.
It's a shopper, but it's also,
Oh,
it's all about our community.
okay. So the shopper newspaper, is that what you're referring to, Dick? Or a different one?
No, it's local news, it was very good. Why can't we get it back?
Oh, that newspaper.
Well, it's not something that I'm doing. I can follow up with it and see where the stop happened and why that came up with you. Okay, I saw other hands before. Questions? Okay, Clarice?
Just a comment about the poetry. First of all, the poetry Judith puts up there are things she's selected that are very timely, and they are not by residents. The Voice is for submissions by the residents, so there's a difference there. And Anyway, before eliminating those poems, I think
Don't
there should be some
eliminate.
discussion about it because they're sort of uplifting.
I think I agree, and if there's a need for more transportation schedules put out, I can see where else we can put them. Maybe hang them in the laundry room along with our other papers too, so if you're doing laundry, you can see what grocery trips are going on also. But, Duana?
Well, basically what she said, the movies and those poems are, besides being uplifting, they're current to the week. In other words, the season. So I would keep those together as more of an artistic thing. Where you list the daily schedules, what I think is, more attention has to be on that and to make sure that the bus trips are for each day. And then if you have a change in schedule, because in that Monday thing, no bus trips this day or this week.
Yeah.
So that, in other words, I think that would be a better place to have it. So you, to take a little time to go over that, daily thing, and to make sure that.
Okay, so Joanna had recommended putting the bus schedule on with our buzz or just, what's that?
Consistently, sometimes they don't.
So on the buzz, I am unable to fit our transportation schedule because we go so many places and I'm trying to keep the print on the buzz as big as I can. So if I do have any changes, I will put those on. I do put the Wednesday trips on our Breakers buzz just because those are special that when we're going to Jewel or Chase Bank or something every week, I can't put them on, it just won't fit. Yeah, I can fit any changes that'll be happening. Yeah. Okay, other questions? Priscilla?
I would just like to say that it's like the silent majority. I really enjoy reading those forms just where they are. And I love it. Amen. And I'm a member of the silent majority. I've been enjoying them. I haven't told you how much I do.
Yeah.
And I hope he'll be able to keep
Yes,
them where they are.
right.
Okay, Judith is actually, so Priscilla had said that she enjoys the poem, and if you do enjoy poems, feel free to tell Judith. She's actually leading her poetry workshop right now, so.
So, just so everybody is really clear, those communications that Molly is talking about, she's putting out is about programming. And there are some things that, especially if I were new, some of the things deserve an explanation about what it is, like trivia tea or whatever. My point is that if you have something that's dedicated to programming, maybe you might want to consider how you can use all 4 pages for programming, promotion, and that kind of thing.
Okay, thank you for the idea, Barbara. Okay, we had a question over here.
Yeah, Molly,
James?
just make it known that those 2 programs for the veterans in February, in November, that everybody's welcome to come.
Yes, so thank you, James.
Yeah.
James that helps leading the veterans group, he was saying that I should mention, which I'm sorry, I definitely should. In November, on November 9th, we are going to be having a very special Veterans Day program here in the showroom. And then you all know Veterans Day is actually on the 11th up here in the showroom on Veterans Day. We're going to be having a show and tell done by the veterans. They will each have a table to show off some of their memorabilia, tell some stories about their time serving. And so,
No live ammunition.
no live ammunition, he said. But it'll be a wonderful opportunity to meet the veterans in our building and hear the stories of those that would wish to share stories. Next up, let's go Gail. And then,
Just a real quick one. In response to what we were just talking about, is it about time then maybe that the buzz, I know you got so much crammed in that one communication. Is it time to add another page?
No.
Or something so you can have, because the printing is getting, just keep that in mind. I trust your judgment, but it seems to me that the comments that have been made are very worthwhile. The forms need to stay. I think some of the things that Barbara's talking about that will facilitate and make it easier for people to understand the changes, that's also important. So I'm giving it to you to take your expertise and figure out a way to be able to get all of them into a communication that we can comfortably read. But leaving the poems there, because I think they are definitely in the right place.
Okay, thank you. Gail?
First, I agree. The back of another page would be the transportation thing. I personally would miss the poetry very much if it was gone. Now, what I really wanted to say is because we have no resident posting board, are we allowed, or maybe you could set aside a third or to the laundry room boards for resident postings? For instance, we want to get together another group of poker players. There's not room in the buzz. Where do we put that? You know, and it's really a resident run thing. It's not a breakers run activity. So,
Yeah, I think Christina has an answer.
You can just repeat. The resident board was taken down, so it can be updated, and moved, because it was behind the horse, so I'm moving it to the end of the horse.
Right.
Yeah,
In
and
the
one of the
mail,
nails.
it's in the mail.
So I'm in the process of redoing that, probably by this weekend, at the latest Monday, it should be back up.
Good.
Thank you. So she had said, let me just repeat, yeah. So she had said Christina's working on fixing up the resident board for you all to post. You know, if you would like to start a poker group, like Gail is saying, or other notices, it was behind the horse in the mailroom and it's being moved to be more accessible. So there will be a resident board up soon for you all. Okay.
When is the Veterans Day actual holiday?
Ruth asked the actual day of Veterans Day, which is Thursday, November 11th.
No, it's a holiday, not the date of Veterans Day. Usually they have the Monday before. Or the
They always do November 11th for Veterans Day, and so that this year it is on a Thursday. We are just having two separate things going on for Veterans Day this year. Again, one on the 9th, which is Tuesday. That'll be 1 o'clock in the showroom, a celebration for them and all of you to join. And then Thursday, the show and tell.
Oh, okay, so the Monday, November 7th is not the Veterans Day holiday. It'll
No.
actually fall on the 11th.
Yes, on the 11th. Dick? Yeah.
Why are we dragging the horse? It used to be in the lobby, why can't it be back?
I don't have an answer about the horse. You're asking me tough questions today. I can see about getting the horse. You know, he is guarding your mail though, keeping it nice and safe, but I'll bring up the idea of moving the horse back to its former spots.
Yeah, I think they moved it because of COVID and all of the tables that were there, because that's where the horse was. You know,
Yeah,
they come in and check out packages and stuff.
In the foyer.
So they moved the horse out to facilitate that.
Okay.
That's true.
Okay, any other questions for me? Not about the horse. We'll find out about the horse.
Yeah.
Rana said we need to do like a photo op or something with the horse as a fundraiser. Okay, anything else for you all? No? Well, thank you all for being here. That's all of our directors for today, but have a great rest of your day. Good to see you all. Let me stop the screen.